The crime scene tape is long gone, but the broken windows and the wounds inflicted on this community are still here. From the super cold freezer to right here, the hope for the end of the pandemic is right in this packaging. The goal is when you walk through the doors of your polling place, it's supposed to be a calm space free from any distractions or, most importantly, intimidation. This home selling for $101,733 and some change. The four bidders not even able to see what it looks like inside. This is exactly the type of threat of violence she says she was concerned about after Operation Gridlock back in April when armed protesters filled the Capitol. I went to Lansing Mayor Andy Short to ask him about this. What specific factors are going to be involved in this or extending current MDHHS orders?
Well, I think it's important that we keep our eye on the percent of positivity.
But it is another night of protesting here in Lansing for a group outraged by recent events of police brutality against black and brown people.
Unbelievable.
Art Turner has just 2 words after learning what happened the night police found 25-year-old Kevin Bacon's body in his neighbor Mark Latunsky's home.
You hear a lot of rumors what was done and this and that, and you think, you know, that couldn't happen. But now we're finding out it did happen, you know.
Police went to Latunsky's home on Saturday, December 28th on a welfare check for missing Bacon. What they discovered, Bacon's lifeless body hanging naked from the ceiling. Latunsky told police he used the knife, stabbed him in the back 1 time, and slit his throat. He wrapped a rope around his ankles and hung him from the rafters. Turner has owned guns and bows archery for 33 years and has seen a lot in the area, but says this takes the cake.
I can't even imagine anybody doing something like that.
Police say Latunsky also admitted to cutting off certain body parts and eating them.
Now that part's disturbing. That's nasty. I think he's a little nuts. Like, he knew what was happening. He just, yeah, come on in, take a look around. Like there's nothing wrong.
Remember the sights and sounds? Protesters angry with Governor Whitmer over her emergency orders. Federal law enforcement agents say more than 12 men took that anger and turned it into a plot to kidnap the governor.
All of us in Michigan can disagree about politics, but those disagreements should never, ever amount to violence.
Federal agents say Michigan-based militia groups attempted to recruit members for their operation through social media and had several meetings starting in June to discuss creating a self-sufficient society based on the Bill of Rights. Their plans included storming the Capitol building in Lansing to take hostages, including the governor, including a detailed plan to kidnap the governor from her vacation home before the November election.
Members of this conspiracy on 2 occasions conducted coordinated surveillance on the governor's vacation home. Fox and Croft, in particular, according to the complaint, discussed detonating explosive devices to divert police from the area of the home. And Fox even inspected the underside of a Michigan highway bridge for places to seat an explosive.
Attorney General Dana Nessel calling their actions a carefully planned act of domestic terror.
The individuals in custody are suspected to have attempted to identify the home addresses of law enforcement officers in order to target them, made threats of violence intended to instigate a civil war.
Back at the basketball court where he grew up.
He loved this picture of us. That's him holding Jackson again at the hospital. He stayed up there all 36 hours of my labor. It's one of his school pictures.
There is laughter.
He pushed me after we took this picture.
But there are also tears from a family left with only photos and a whole lot of memories.
We have nothing but happy memories. That's what makes it so sad.
Their fiance, brother, and son gone way too soon.
It's literally like we woke up in hell.
27-year-old Quentin Bartlett was in the parking lot of CB's when police say he was hit by a car multiple times. Eaton County prosecutors say the driver, Benjamin Dunn, was on probation and under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Bartlett didn't even make it to the hospital. He died at the scene.
I just tried to get a hold of my parents the best I could and sat there and cried and saw my brother covered in a sheet in the parking lot. He was taken so viciously that none of it makes sense because he was such a great person.
For this mother, nothing is the same.
I kiss and earn good morning and good night.
And for this family, nothing will stop them from trying to get justice for Q.
I would never give up on my son. Never.